Hi everybody, my name is Anastasia and welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about abs, stomach, belly and anything concerning the middle area with the belly button because it's one of the most problem areas for everybody, especially for girls I think. And recently I've got a lot of comments on my Instagram about why do I have abs, how do I keep in shape, what exercises do I do, what do I eat. So I decided to tackle into the subject and let you know some tips and tricks as well as some general common knowledge. Obviously, we are all intelligent people here, and you must know that genetics play a crucial part in this business of belly. So, for example, there are a lot of skinny celebrities and models. For example, like Amy Winehouse, like amazing singer, rest in peace. She was very skinny, and yet she never ever had abs or what you call hourglass shape, for example, while at the same time some beautiful plus size models are absolutely goddesses because they have this beautiful boobs and bum and they have smaller waist, which creates illusion of, hourglass shape that I think the most desirable nowadays. Before I start, I think there are three main looks that people want to achieve. First look is actually hourglass shape that I was just talking about. Girls don't necessarily want to have abs or like super low body fat. They just want to create the illusion of a small waist compared to the rest of the body. Second desired look is actually visible abs, so quite low body fat, so you can either see the line, which is my personal shape, or you can actually see rippling abs, six-pack, or what I also like to call it, the hashtag abs. And the third desirable look that I've heard a lot of is just general decrease of body fat in that area. So they don't necessarily want to have hourglass shape or abs, they just want to have less of the volume of it and less of love handles, what you call, or the side belly. I think it's common sense and everybody knows that our belly area consists of three main parts. So we have fat, we have muscles, and we have internal organs. So the following tips and tricks will be relevant to all of those three. I will just assume that the general desired look that you want is a bit more hourglassy and less body fat in that area. So let's start with body fat. Unfortunately, all of us as human beings, we have our own genetic code and we cannot choose where we put on weight and where we lose weight. So for example, my body type is I have slimmer arms and torso, and all of my weight, whenever I put on weight, goes to my face. It becomes huge chipmunk with small eyes and then massive bum, massive thighs and really big calves, like proper cankles. For example, when I was living in Spain 10 years ago, my body shape was ridiculous because I was just having slim arms and slim belly and then massive face and massive lower body. But this is just my shape. Some people have more even fat distribution all over the body, which is I think amazing. Or some people have amazing, beautiful big boobs and larger, belly and arms and then skinny legs. So it all depends on your body shape. And it's the biggest myth in the world that you can actually lose body fat by training that particular area. So no matter how many squats I did when I was in Spain, no matter how much running I did, unless I changed my diet and actually started exercising regularly and lost overall body fat, my lower body and my face would never ever go down in size. You obviously know that the same rule now applies to the belly as well. If you want to decrease your belly fat, you need to decrease your body fat. And unfortunately, you will just need to observe it by yourself and see at what point and at what kind of body weight you will start noticing those changes. Of course, there's no magic here. You just have to be consistent with your diet, your water intake and your exercise. Literally three components, and then you will lose body fat to the optimum result that you would like. Second component of our belly is muscle. And this is another myth by saying that, oh my god, if I get really skinny and then I train my abs, I will have crazy abs. It's not true, because what I've noticed with my body shape is when I used to have personal trainer about 2 years ago, when I was starting serious about my fitness and I wanted somebody to give me professional advice, I was training with him for a while and we did a lot of abs because this was one of my goals, because I always had slimmer, more hourglassier shape in my abs, and I was thinking that, oh my god, I want to create even more of an illusion. But unfortunately my waist actually got bigger because I was training all these ab exercises and I obviously built a little bit of muscle while I didn't lose much body fat. Of course, the layer of muscle increased while the fat stayed the same, so actually it became chunkier in the waist and I was very confused. So my tip and trick, if you do want to train your abs and you do want to obviously do some core work and planks and things like that, just avoid doing any side crunches. When people go like side working out, yeah, because that basically stimulates your side muscles and that will create a wider waistline, which I don't think anybody would want. And the last components of our bellies are our internal organs. And unfortunately, a lot of people who are skinny, or for example, you lost the fat that you wanted to lose, you're training abs, but still somehow your gut is sticking out a little bit, or you're bloated. So there are two factors here. Either you're bloated, so you have to check what foods you're allergic. For example, a lot of people are allergic to dairy, or not allergic, they just have a stronger reaction in the stomach, or sugar, or wheat, or stuff like that. Or the second and the most common is that literally you've never ever detoxed your colon, your organs, so you're full of shit, literally, sorry to swear. What I do to kind of unload that, and I learned it from my mom, who is like obsessed with health, is that you need to do certain detoxes. What I do, I have special green smoothies and I substitute a couple of meals with them a few times a year, and it really helps to brush out everything in the stomach. Because if you think of your stomach as a tube, your colon is a tube, that sometimes of everything we eat that's processed or anything chocolate, anything like gooey, and it just gets in between the wrinkles of your colon, and unless you really use a brush that's like obviously fiber and green vegetables, you will never get it cleaned. Therefore, it will create a lot of volume in your stomach, if you know what I mean. If you want me to give you some recipes of the smoothies I do, please like this video and let me know in the comments. And another thing I do twice a year is completely flush out of my system by using castor oil. And this is again a natural treatment which you mix with castor oil and lemon juice and a certain procedure. And basically you spend the whole day on the toilet just, yeah, it's not pleasant, but it definitely helps to clear out your gut. And it's just not for the benefits of creating smaller waste, but it's also beneficial because you're clearing out your colon. It means you'll absorb more nutrient from your bloodstream, and you'll just definitely see a difference in your skin and overall glow. Having said all that, there are a couple of extra tricks that you can do to cheat the hourglassy shape that you want. If you're naturally more of a stick shape, therefore your shoulders, your waist and your hips are more or less the same size, the only way you can create hourglass shape is by actually increasing the ratio of your shoulders and your bottom. So you have to do a lot of back exercises that will kind of create that illusion. Also shoulders exercises, because if you think of that, if you build, I don't know, a couple of centimeters of muscle on your shoulders, and don't worry, you won't look bulky, because especially girls, it takes so long and so much dedication to actually grow a lot of muscles. Plus a lot of these fitness models, they take, you know, fat burners and hormones, so let's stay away from that. And also by doing a lot of squats and lower leg work, you see what I mean? You will get bigger upper body, a little bit bigger bottom, and that will kind of create a more illusion of hourglass. And last but not least, have a great posture whenever you're walking around, whenever you're sitting down, because if you notice yourself, if you put your shoulders back, your chest out, your stomach sucks in automatically, and it actually creates a really nice habit of kind of holding it in, but not like crazy that your ribs are showing, but kind of like a very tight shell. And by doing that, by controlling your posture, you're not letting go of any of it. It's also quite a nice way to actually keep your core strong. So to recap, if you want to have abs and have a more hourglassy shape, you need to lose overall body fat, you need to exercise but don't do any side crunches, you need to drink a lot of water to kind of flush your system out, also do detoxes, and of course work on your ratio by increasing opposite sides of your body. I hope you really enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if you have any other questions, and I will speak to you soon. Bye!